Hello everyone and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. Today our topic is oranges and if they are fit for feline consumption. While oranges are quite rich in vitamin C and calcium, a cat's digestive system and overall makeup simply is not equipped to handle certain foods compared to us humans. Oranges are a good example. Additionally, cats are obligate carnivores. They need meat and vast amounts of quality protein to survive, so a citrus fruit really serves no significant purpose at all. But we'll break it all down here momentarily, not to worry. But before we take a journey to the Orange Bowl, let's first explore today's topic overview. Cats should not be fed oranges, as studies suggest that citrus fruits are toxic. Cats cannot process the phenolic compounds, or the essential oils, and they hate the smell of citrus. It's used as a deterrent by many owners. While not all cats will get citrus poisoning from an orange, but some do react adversely. While there is a lot of gray area surrounding the true risk involved with respect to felines eating oranges, the overall view is not positive. There's really nothing to gain and a lot to lose. While the fruit itself can be tolerated in a small degree, the orange peel, the leaves, the oils, and all of the components that make up an orange can be harmful and potentially lead to diarrhea, vomiting, and lethargy. Because it's hard to separate these negative compounds from the actual meat of the orange, cross-contamination can occur. Before we jump into our first subsection, a quick shout out to you, the viewer. Thank you. And you, and you, and you. Your support means everything to us. All of us at Senior Cat Wellness are truly grateful for your support. We realize that we simply would not be here without your desire for information. And for that, we salute you. Now, back to the oranges. Let's create a bit of a checklist of sorts as a means to separate the notable pieces of information. In our introduction, we mentioned the reasons that oranges could cause illness. We also noted that cats really have no use for fruits or plants. It's all about the meat life and that high quality protein. So let's talk about nutrients. Because cats do not take in vitamins in terms of extraction the way humans do, the process essentially falls flat. A single orange can fill up roughly 130% of a person's daily vitamin C requirements. Hey, that's great. But would it do the same for my cat? Unfortunately not. A cat's body will only be able to process a fraction of that amount. Your furry pal will just not be able to make use of an orange the way that we do in respect to what it provides for our essential needs. The point can't be driven home enough. An orange is all but useless to a cat. It should also be stated that even if your cat consumes an orange and has no ill effects in terms of a toxic reaction, the orange, even the smallest pieces, will take up a lot of stomach space. This is space that could be used for foods that can be digested properly. The orange will essentially sit in your cat's stomach like a brick. This can lead to constipation and vomiting as the body struggles to handle the orange. Generally speaking, a cat would never be tempted by an orange. In fact, there's a great chance that your feline would be put off entirely by the scent. This makes the odds of your pet even wanting to eat one almost zero. Of course, a curious kitten could at least attempt to see what's up, if only for texture purposes, but most cats have no desire to actually eat an orange. As a safety tip, it's wise to keep oranges out of the reach of your cat. The peel is the most harmful part, as it contains the highest amounts of essential oils. Although research is not expansive, the risk is just not worth taking, because as we mentioned, there are no positives here, only the possibility of a laundry list of negatives. If your cat were to consume citrus, the effects could be wide-ranging, from nothing at all to immediate symptoms of poisoning. However, is often the case with many things, there are several factors to consider. Your cat's weight, the amount of orange consumed, how the orange was presented and prepared, the pre-existing health of your cat, overall genetics, and if your cat touched any part of the exterior of the orange. If your cat consumes a piece of orange, pay close attention to everything for 24 hours. If your cat begins to exhibit weakness, drooling, diarrhea, and vomiting, then professional care is required immediately. While there are no tests specifically designed for orange poisoning, the information you provide to your vet can prove to be invaluable. If possible, make note of when your cat consumed the orange, how long before the first symptoms occurred, and the list of complications that your cat exhibited. The treatment of citrus poisoning can be wide ranging. Just contact with an orange can trigger allergic dermatitis, which can impact the skin and the fur. Topical solutions can be applied to the skin if this condition has developed. In terms of ingestion, your vet can attempt to induce vomiting as a means to purge all citrus contents. Having said all of that, it is extremely rare for this situation to get this deep and become this serious, primarily because cats just aren't too fond of oranges. They serve no positive purpose in terms of health benefits, and the negative side effects, while not guaranteed, are certainly not worth the risk. When you put this puzzle all together, it's easy to see why it's just best to leave well enough alone and save the oranges for yourself. High quality, meaty protein, cat food, and fresh water. That's all a cat really needs to live that high life. And on that note, that will conclude things for the video side of life. However, if you'd like more information regarding this somewhat unique topic, we encourage you to visit us at seniorcatwellness.com. At the conclusion of this presentation, there you will find a high quality and detailed article about everything we've talked about today, in addition to more of the ins and outs as it relates to potential toxic properties, especially external properties that can harm your cat. Are you currently watching us offsite? If so, we invite you to click the initial link in the description box below. Said link will take you to the article in question. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.